What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Steelers Rewind here. Day 4 from Steelers OTAs. Let's talk a little bit about today. A lot of good stuff happening today. First of all, I was able to confirm some really cool things for you guys. Roman Wilson continues to have one heck of an OTAs. And I think that's really at least encouraging for the Steelers. They really need Roman Wilson to be part of the solution. And Wilson today caught a beautiful ball down the sideline on a fade route from Will Howard, jumping over the defensive back for a touchdown. Really good play. Calvin Austin says nobody here is surprised by that. They're not surprised Roman Wilson is showing up. The Steelers really need him to be part of the answer. Right now, he's having an impressive start to OTAs, so I think that's important. Howard is looking more comfortable. I think Will Howard is kind of starting to find himself a little bit. Speed slowing down for him. We'll see as that continues, but it's going in the right direction, and I think that is at least a good sign for Pittsburgh because they need it to go in the right direction for Will Howard. Kaleb Johnson, as we have been talking about, just continuing to focus on pass pro. But today was beyond anything I've seen so far. There was one part in drills where the Steelers were basically 5 minutes from their individual drills being over, and Eddie Faulkner told him, listen, until you get this right, we're going to keep drilling this over and over and over again. The guys were rooting him on. He finally did end up getting it right. And big celebration from the guys, but he's got a lot of veteran mentors behind him. Really likable guy, extremely detail-oriented, really positive things for Caleb Wilson going in his direction, or Kaleb Johnson, sorry, going in his direction. So that's important. I also think, Cole Hulcom looking good, coming back from his knee injury, said it's just a blessing to even be on the field, right? And we're talking about a guy that very easily right now could be sitting at home medically retired because of that serious injury. He looks solid. Good to see him back out there on the football field. I think he's someone that you look at that could be a real wild card on the defensive side. Cory Trice today talked. He's up a little bit in weight, kind of to prepare for that dimebacker role. But I think the really important thing for him is he was really motivated by his game against Jamar Chase. And he vowed to basically not let it happen again. Now, that's Jamar Chase. It's really hard to do. He's one of the best receivers in football. But Cory Trice is out here to showcase that he could be an answer for the Steelers at corner, and he could be someone that is a long-term piece. And I think that is something to commend. He's got the right mindset. Darnell Washington is down a little bit with his weight. He says he's down 10 to 15 pounds, is in the best shape of his NFL career. Looks a little more nimble. I think that's something to think about with him. I thought last year, though, he took really good strides as a blocker. Can they get him more into the receiving side of things? That'll be something to watch. I think we talked to Daniel Ekuwale today, defensive lineman they signed from the Patriots. Ekuwale is someone that can play a little bit of nose, that can play 4-eye. He could do a little bit of everything. Right now, he said they're playing him all over this place, so he's playing a little bit of nose, playing a little bit of 4-eye. So he's just trying to learn it. Really excited to be with the Steelers, given he is Samoan. Obviously, Troy Polamalu, and just a lot of rich history in terms of the Polynesians here with the Steelers in their history. So he's really excited to be there. Minkah Fitzpatrick talked today, and he talked a lot about communication and basically said if you can't communicate and you're not with what we're putting down, you're gone. And as a leader, he is a leader in that sector. It's him and Slay. And those two guys are the big leaders, the tone setters of this group. For him to come out and say that after last year, because it was such an issue for the Steelers last year with just the communication breakdowns, that's going to be such a just natural thing that they need to do this year. And he said there can't be any gray, right? It's got to be black and white. We can't have gray showing up and are you getting this signal or are you not? If you give a thumbs up, you give a thumbs up back. If I give a thumbs down, you give a thumbs down back. There's got to be great nonverbal communication as good as there is verbal communication. And so communication is going to be a really big, important thing for the Steelers this year. Folks, just wanted to recap some of that today. There's a lot to talk about. I will write about it as well today. I'll be back on the podcast today. We got the long-form live stream. Make sure to join that. That'll be at 4 o'clock. So make sure to check that out. Folks, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more. Thanks for watching.